I've got a fun situation. As you can see, and partly not see, there's a pile over here and there's a pile over here of wood. Most of this has already been split. There's another pile over here that's been cut down to the right size. My challenge. I cannot split with this hand. Let's find out. See if we can get a couple more out of one shot. A couple more indeed, to mention. So quick story behind this. I got bored one day. An excuse, not the truth. Had bad aim with a cutoff wheel. Cordless angle grinder cutoff wheel. That's probably closer to the truth. But just to keep it quick and concise, because it wasn't on a bench or a very as well controlled environment as I would have preferred, I tried to restrict the danger, like I always do. Okay, one-handed, here we go, make sure things not moving, hand over here, brace it even with my knee to make sure it wouldn't have the chance to come at me much. Slowly, I'm not pushing hard, going slow. Whack! Set it down, blood. I've got gloves on, went right through. Cover it, get up, go. No pain. Hasn't been to this day, except for maybe a 3, maybe a 4 out of 10. So, slightly diagonal cut. I went right through the tendon. No bone, just tendon and deep. So now I can move these little guys, but this has got the cast. Can't move the thumb. So I do utilize the fingers. But, as you can see, I do not have full use of both hands. I have mainly one. And I'm not going to use this, even though I could, as an excuse. Well, I can't, I'm one-handed completely. Not entirely true. Thing to take out of it for me is I'm blessed that the cutoff wheel stopped when it did. Those things can keep going, especially that fast. Ooh, there's a knot in this one. Ooh, barely just landed on my nail. That hurt. So it didn't go through. It didn't cut off my thumb. I am glad. I get to keep this. Waiting for this again. I can't do this right now. Well, probably could, but doctor says it needs a month to heal, the tendon after it's being reattached. That was a really bad miss. Let's see. Oh. I win. Oh, let's try one more. So, takeaway? Yes. Listen to the doctors. I would agree, listen to the doctor. Listen to him, whether he's your doctor or a doctor, the one that's dealing with you, listen to him to a degree. Technically, I got antibiotics when I first got stitched up. A 10-day course for 4 pills a day. The doctor came in and told me they are a more focused. They are not broad spectrum, they are more focused antibiotic. Because my problem with antibiotics is just this. Where it can kill the bad bacteria, the antibiotics go to war, don't just kill the bad bacteria. Look them up. Because the doctor kind of lied to me. Once I got the prescription bottle, I looked it up online. It still calls this, even that prescription medication of antibiotics, broad spectrum. Not focused, but broad. It might just be a way to, he doesn't know what they actually do, so maybe he's thinking that, maybe not. No guarantee, I don't know. But antibiotics do not discriminate, as far as I'm aware. They will go after the good and the bad. I just hurt. There's nothing beneath the damage though. So I enjoy having my microbiome functioning well. There are other medications out there. My dad supposedly found out that, I have to look this one up. There's so much. I cannot confirm it unless I read information about it. So I gotta take time all over the place for many things. But supposedly Tylenol, like the painkiller, Tylenol, may have an ingredient that will help destroy, not all at once, but it doesn't allow them all to stay. Like, oh, I've got a bad toothache, pop, pop, pop. Not like candy, but each day, a couple times a day. Each time it's wiping out a little bit more bacteria. Helpful bacteria, potentially, too. I've never really been a fan of the drug industry or big pharma. Because who benefits them the most? Us, patients. Because we go see doctors who prescribe us this and we listen because we don't know any better. How often is that actually the case? So, instead of holding this, being in life like, okay, let's find out. Let's do. Let's attack it ourselves. Do some research. Find out. And so I'm listening to this other doctor, the one I got sent to for the surgery, though I've been able to see him very briefly here and there. He did a good job. I was in surgery for maybe 45 minutes at most. My mom got a good video of me being drunk. The only time in my life I've been drunk, and that was on anesthesia. I remember waking up, last thing I saw was operation room lights. I was laying on the table, waiting for them to operate, waiting to get put out apparently. And then I wake up. I don't even remember dozing off. I just open my eyes. I'm back in the individual waiting room chair with my mother. It's like, whoa. That whoa was on record. My mom caught it on film. Apparently I'm talking. I walked back from the operation room with the help of 3 nurses. I don't remember a darn lick of it. And they say I'm very chatty. I can be. I know that full well. With the God filter, I fight not to be here in plenty portions in my life. And I'm not aware of a lick of what I'm saying until the video gets to, whoa, I'm in the room, which I'm guessing is a good 20 minutes after the operation was done. Maybe half hour. I don't know. So that's just a guess. But I could feel the lack of ability, the withdrawn mentality. It's like I'm here, but everything's taking time. Didn't enjoy, that was okay, still didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy the anesthesia. Granted, to stop the pain while they're cutting further to find the puzzle pieces of my tendon to reattach, yes, I have no problems there. I just didn't like the simple fact, someone told me it's gonna be the best sleep you get. I got 45 minutes, apparently, that didn't even feel like a minute. It felt like a blink of my eyes, gone. 45 minutes erased from my history. No, it's not. I'm still here. It happened. So, from that surgery, which was just over a week ago, I was told, day, when I pre-op appointment, that that the thumb has to remain pretty still for 4 weeks or a month, so that the tendon can heal appropriately. Because if I try to use it like my thumb can, it's like, hey, I just plug this extension cord in, and someone on the roof 50 yards away needs it, or needs more slack. I'm like, I plug it in, yank, unplug. So much for that. They're gonna have to go right back in. No, thank you, if I can help it. So doctors, I do believe, have a really good use. But problem is, we're trusting in them potentially way too much. Even the first provider that stitched me up the day of my injury, the one that prescribed the more focused antibiotics, which technically, scientifically, are broad spectrum still. I remember asking him, it's like, well, I feel like more of us should be more to our own doctors than having to come in all the time for you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm here so that you can do your job, do what I cannot do, what I don't have the capabilities, the equipment to do. That and the x-rays. I had to go to the hospital to get an x-ray to make sure there was no bone involvement. The cutoff wheel did not go that far, thankfully. So, yeah, when I made the comments, like, yeah, I feel like more people should be closer to their own doctor. Not like, hey, I'm very close to you. No. Educate. Learn. Troubleshoot your life. Oh, I'm sick with the cold. This one feels a little different. I wonder why. Without actually knowing, do your best to treat it. Maybe you, after several years of feeling the onset of the cold, you could start catching the prickle of a symptom of the cold coming on. Hydrate now. Get this vitamin. Do this. Do this. Drink a heck of a lot more than what you are. Maybe you can head that cold off. I've done it. And then there's times where I did a lousy job of it and got the cold anyway. So, right now, I am 1 week into 4 weeks where I do not have full use of this arm. Okay, next one. And cherry picking, or just about splitting it when I'm trying to pick it up. Wood. I obviously missed just enough. Another thing. Don't let something like this hold you 100% back. What can you still do? This hand, this arm, this head, this abdomen, body, chest, waist, legs, this arm, fingers, all still useful. I just cannot lift too much. I don't want to strain it too far to where these muscles get overly agitated and overly worked that they might start flinching or whatnot, even though this is a hard cast surrounding the thumb. I want to take it easy because I don't want to have to go back for another visit for surgery. So, this time I will do what the doctor says. But again, the importance, don't let it restrict you too far. Yes, you might have to get a sock. You might have to cut up 2 socks or so. Cover your fingers, because no glove, unless I get an XXXX extra large glove, perhaps. I don't need 2 though. I just need the 1. So find something to cover it, which it's not flying snow here yet, so I've been just biting the grit and dealing with it. Work. And work. Yes. Takes me more time. Is what it is. Very blessed that I did not lose the thumb, that they didn't have to even try to reattach it. I guess my aim wasn't just that good. Hey, that's a good thing. I'm happy it wasn't that good. But I'm happy that we have doctors that do have knowledge that I don't and can utilize it. You have to pay. Who doesn't? But I'm also grateful that my body still has its function every single day. Yes, maybe a little bit of arthritis. Work with those fingers. But I also do not trust doctors 100% full out. Because it's like social media. and everything on the internet. It's illegal to lie online. People like kids, and not many people above me have fallen for this, but kids mostly fall for it. Really? No, it's not illegal to lie online. People do it all the time. In politics, I'm not going to go far into politics. This person did that. They attack whoever they don't like. Maybe let's learn more about what your candidate, maybe the one that you voted for or the one that you like, is doing right. Bring that to fruition instead of attack. Let's not do that. But at the same time, we're in the age of information. There's a plethora of information out there. Mind you, not all of it's accurate. Not all of it's 100% true. Mind you, and if you know God, pray that you do. I do. I pray that you do. The more you know God, the more you develop a relationship with Him. The more you know what you have the capability of doing, what you might not have the capability of doing, and what you may have to work on. Because we're imperfect beings by nature. We are evil and sinful by nature. We are corrupt. Don't know the verse offhand. There is, what is it? Not one righteous person. No, not one. We are not. We are sinful by nature. But at the same time, we can be mindful. Romans 12, chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. I don't know verse 1 so well, but I know it does say this. Again, Romans chapter 12. Shortly after, it's after Acts, which after Acts is 1st and 2nd Corinthians, I believe. Somewhere shortly after that is Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. First verse talks about these are the temples of God. We live in them. He has blessed us with the ability of these clay jars, of these growing intellectual prowess, the magnificent capability bodies. We heal, we can do, we can learn, we can teach, we can see, we can smell, we can touch. Magnificent. The fact that we can see. I can see a beautiful sunrise. I can see such beauty. I try and take a picture. What I see still marvels compared to that picture, even though it could be the best picture of that. These eyes are massively complex and beautifully made. And so are we, all of us. But Romans 1, chapter 12, verse 1. We are to present our bodies as a living sacrifice to God. Think about that. It may be simply said, but a living sacrifice to God. What are we doing with these bodies? How are we sacrificing? Maybe I can get to know a few people this way. I don't know. Mind you, there was never any upset worry. It's like, I see the wound. I need one of those knot bandages that sticks and holds the wound together really well so that the skin can heal, because the tear is actually widening pretty well. Not to mention moving my thumb, it's like, oh, I do see the tendon. It don't look like it's attached anymore. And some supervisors did convince me to go in and get stitches. I was just going to clean it up, Dawn dish soap, cold water, bandage it thoroughly. It's like, yeah, it was on work, so workman's comp. Like, okay, fine. Over a week later, here I am. So, blessings, awesome blessings that this happened during work, and I'm still cautious, careful enough in my normal day-to-day when I'm not at work. Otherwise, if this happened when I wasn't at work, I would be up a crick. I could grab, but I wouldn't be able. I could pull this segment back. The tendon for this one was cut. So this very tip thumbs up manner to completely unclamp, very easily unlatch your grip, so to speak, it was non-existent. I can pull my thumb back right now. I just don't do it much because I want that tendon to heal. But again, I know I'm a little scatterbrained. Forgive me. I am working on that slowly. I gotta try and remember. For me, it's remembering where I left off bunny trailing. I got a close friend that stays on my case too. I'm grateful to him. BW is his initials. If he ever sees this, thank you. Sometimes it's annoying, but thank you. So Romans chapter 12, verse 2, 1, we are to present our bodies as a living sacrifice. Watching NFL games, how is that a sacrifice to God? I don't think it is. Enjoying nature, passing on knowledge, helping educate, discipline, raise up with good morals, teach the younger and others, maybe older sometimes, how much better they could be doing. It's like, I'm not perfect, but let me help you, because as I help you to become better, you can help and see the insights and fallacies, falsehoods, hopefully not falsehoods, sorry, imperfections, and help me do better, because I'm not better than you. I might know some more than you. And then there's another area that you're probably going to know some more than me. Fine. We're not made the same. But verse 2. What is it? Transform. Man, I got to read that scripture again. I haven't read it recently. There you go. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you might be able to see and present and demonstrate the perfect and good will of God. In other words, read the word, get into it, so that you know what is right and what is wrong. For instance, I feel like it's wrong that some people are taking 8 to 15 different medications daily to make sure they're in good health. Well, guess what? If they're in good health, why are they taking more than 2 or even more than 1? Eat right. Exercise. I know some of us, plenty of people are more hefty than me. I am a skinny beanpole compared to plenty of people out there. You can make fun of me being skinny, go ahead. It's what I'd rather be. Granted, I don't stay warm as easy. My fingers are even getting cold. But still, we are to present our bodies as a living sacrifice to God and keep our minds transformed, renewed, and I would say daily. It's not a one-time and done. God, I trust you, I believe in you, I'm going to follow you. It should be a decision made every single day after you wake up, when you wake up, at some point, to continuously follow him. Like the Apostle Paul said, forget not, I do not know where it's at, I have run my race, and I have kept the faith. In his words, he has the legitimate freedom to turn back from God at any point, but he is, through all the persecution, through all the shipwrecking, through all the hardships he's had to face, he has kept his faith. And he is writing this when he is very darn well assured, or well known, that he is about to die. So, I have kept my faith. I have run the race. I have kept the faith. Again, this is Alex with Joman, Jack of all, master of none. Behave, listen, but don't be the one that you have to be told every single thing how you do. You can only work one-handed. Really? I would prefer keeping these little guys active too, because there's nothing wrong with them. But I do not feel like it's a good thing to keep these so active, hauling stuff, to where a whole bunch of these muscles start getting used. Not yet. Because I do feel for that tendon. The more things get tugged around, mismanaged, tensed up, stressed out, it might affect that healing of that tendon. And considering I had to go through all this, I'd rather heal as well as possible. So, for now, take care, God bless, and don't stop learning.